What is the universe? We make the universe around us. It's our perspective, it's our perception. I am universe A, you are universe B. Together we make universe C. Well, I've made a whole bunch of universe C's because I've been all over the world and I've seen a whole bunch of people. And all those people, for who's going to the quote unquote new earth is everybody I've ever met, whoever's been in my perception, whoever's in my senses, and then outwardly 11 connections. Previously, when somebody picks wrong, you get the 666, you get the 6 suffering, 6 middle, 6 temptation, because we're in universe 7. Understand that there's a reason it's 666 is we started in universe 7. I created universe 8 with all my suffering. Consequently, universe 9 and 10 are the lessons to 9 and 10 being control and pity, sympathy. That's the new lesson, and whoever managed to learn all the lessons got the cycle walk questions. So 6 degrees of separation it is for when you do the 666 universe, but my universe is 11 because I went all the way down to 11 and I didn't do 12. That's why I am in 13 alone. 12 is rape, murder, or sacrifice, which I can't, that'd be impossible. Or rape or murder. I didn't do the 12 level, so I'm in 13. And the people in charge, you fucking know goddamn well you can't hurt me. You've been trying and trying and trying, but it's not possible. Because I'm in 13 and I manifest the world around me. In order for them to kill me, I would have to get out of my frequency, and I don't do that. I would have to be really afraid or really scared. I would have to feel really guilty. I don't do that. I just live in the moment. I'm safe, grateful, and worthy every moment. So the universe is all the universe that I created over my 47 years is all the connections I made, and then 11 connections outward from those people. So and thankfully I've created connections in places, the reason being is I was raised by the Matrix, raised by the elite folks, and they all meet together all the time. So 11 connections out of all the people, are 10 connections, because it takes one to get to them. But I worked for the mob boss of the Midwest for 13 years. I was his personal assistant for 4 of them. And that connection, 11 connections out of him are substantial, because he meets with a lot of people. And then my dad being who he is, and 11 connections off of him, it's pretty much everyone on the planet, which is why the extinction event's going to leave some percentage of people that aren't in my perspective, which is going to be a real small number. The meek will inherit the earth are the people that don't have connections anywhere. The tribes stay as the tribes because they've never met anybody. I seen a video where there's a tribe that anytime you try and go to their island, they kill you. And they understand the world. They don't want to be part of an extinction event. Their universe carries on exactly the way it would, because they haven't been close to somebody that has answered the cycle walk questions, and they don't get the disasters that everybody else gets. They don't get the hurricanes that everyone else gets. The weather, they can try and control the weather all they want. Chemtrails are just for frequency level, just for the record. The clouds prevent the sun from getting to us. The sun raises our frequency naturally. Nature in and of itself raises our frequency naturally. Sounds, sirens, bells, the way they're donked now, rap music, most of our music, that lowers your frequency. Your frequency, that's all we are, is frequency. That's it. We live in an emotional world, but emotions are charged by frequency. How were the pyramids built? Frequency, sound. A bee can't fly, right? The size of its body, the size of its wings, it shouldn't be able to fly, but it does. And there's a specific pattern on its wings, and it flaps its wings and it makes honeycombs. That's humans too. We use our frequency to create the world around us, but we don't. That's not the world we're taught. I'm sure if you make it high enough up the matrix, they'll make something right in front of you because they understand frequency at that level. And then they tell you that you better listen to them because they're God, or what they, we assume is Satan these days, but that's all nonsense. European Jesus is Satan. He's the guy in charge. Not really. That's the universe has been around for 2,000 years, I promise, because it's over. And the head of the universe has changed several times, but we live in the European Jesus universe, and it's been 2,000 years. The time is up. God don't fuck around. He said, do you want to rule your country for 200 years or the universe for 2,000? Well, the 2,000 years is up. It is what it is. We don't want to accept this, but there's predestination. You have three paths. You pick suffering, you pick the middle, or you pick temptation. The actions themselves are just created. It doesn't matter. You pick your emotion, and you pick your frequency. That's it. You pick your emotion, you pick your frequency. That creates the world around us. But if you know how to manipulate frequency, you can make anything you want, right? Again, that's how the pyramids are built. That's how things are etched out of mountains. That's how all of its frequency. And you can call me a conspiracy theorist all you want, but there's mountains that are carved out that would have taken, if you were using a hammer and a chisel, fuck, if you were even using the technology we have today with lasers and everything else, it'd take more than a lifetime, and it wouldn't be as precise as it is. You can say it was created by God, but we're all God. We just have to master frequency. We can make anything we want with frequency. That's, at a base level, anyone does that, right? You pick your emotion and you pick your frequency. Somebody makes you mad, and then how mad do they make you? It's anger, right? Somebody makes you afraid, and then how afraid are you? I had somebody try and break in my house that I dearly love. I've never been more scared in my life, but that was one of my lessons. From the time I woke up in December of 2023 to September of 2024, I had to learn my lessons, which means I had to be super afraid. I had to be super angry. I had to be super guilty. I had to be super resentful. That's when I found out I was raped all the time. Like, you can imagine how angry that would make you. Or all your friends are fake. Or somebody comes to your house to kill you. Like, that's tough stuff. And then I had to be tempted with money and power and success and love, lust, status. I passed all my lessons, and that's the important thing, because then I had to learn safe, grateful, worthy, and climb up into empathy, which that's the next video, is empathy, for people to understand what it means. I am, whatever, our universe is ending. Our universe is 95% of the people on this planet. And when it does end, everyone's going to get exactly what they want. If you think you're the chosen one, you're going to be the chosen one. You're going to find out what it is to be the Lucifer, the serpent character in the Garden of Eden. If you don't like technology, you're going to get the world you want. And I'll get to that in the next one. I gotta delete some stuff. It's my phone that doesn't work. It doesn't have a cell plan, but The storage is getting full. So, well, no, a little bit. You're going to get whatever universe you want. I created them all as we went along, but I caution. Yeah, I'll get it on the next one.